Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 3.0 has just released, and since on my main account I am saving for Mide and Caspris, I wasn't unfortunately able to summon for Herta. I did do like 10 pulls, but she didn't come home early, sadly. But here we are on our second account today, hoping that we can get her, and I kind of want to save this account because for those of you who don't know, I've got two free-to-play accounts. My main account, every single unit is easier Esser, and it's the same on this account. This was actually the first ever account I made, but the other one was luckier when it came to rerolling, so I ended up maining that account and abandoning this one after 1.2. I don't even have a year's worth of days logged in on this account. Although we did log in occasionally to pick up like from Freestyle Jades, like from the Gift of Odyssey, Anniversary, stuff like that. So we were able to pull some characters, which is where some of our pulling videos have come from. But, you know, it's been kind of abandoned. The character builds aren't the best. I'll go through those later. So, yeah, I am hoping that as of version 3, we can revisit this account. And over the next couple of weeks/months, we're going to try to rebuild it with some of the characters we've pulled and see if we can clear some endgame content with it. And that's all going to start off with by pulling the Herta. Now, the problem is we don't have very many summons. And also, we need to win our 50-50. If we don't, then it is over for us. So this video is going to be kind of split in two. What we're going to do first is go into our Herta summons, and then after that, we're going to go through the state of our account and our future goals for it. But let's just get started with what most of you are probably here for, and it's the Herta pulls. So let's just roll the clips. Alright, and here we are on the day of Herta's banner. Now we do have about 30 odd wishes, as well as about, let's see, 15, 20... 22 pity, I think that is, so we don't have many wishes to do here. I'm just gonna go through them quickly because if we don't get Herta here, then I am gonna have to grind for some wishes and hopefully reach the 50-50. If we lose, then it's over, GG. But you know what, we've had a lot of good luck on this account, so I hope it doesn't run out. I mean, let's see, we lost our Fugue 50-50, but then we got her in the next temple, so we got a back-to-back there, which is pretty lucky. We got an early Akron and won the 50-50 on that. We got ourselves an Aventurine. We got ourselves an early Robin where we won the 50-50, so I honestly don't remember the last time we got unlucky on this account, but it seems like she's not coming home early right now, so I think I'm not going to waste you guys this time. After I finish these single pulls, I think I'm going to cut ahead straight to when I have enough to do one final temple, and yep, okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I have been farming in order to get our Stellar Jades up, and if we take a real quick look at our pity, we should be around 70. Like, I just did a single... Does it want to flip the page? Okay, there we go. So that's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. As you can see, there have been a lot of pulls. 55, 60, 65, 70, and 71, 72... 73, is that right? So this temple is basically guaranteed to be the 5-star. If we don't get it here, then we are messed because I am completely broke. So I need to win this 50-50 right now if we want Herta to save our account. So yeah, might as well not stall anymore. This should be the 5-star, and it is. Okay, just please be Herta. That's all I want for this account. If we get on this account, it's literally saved. Our 5-star pulls have been so lucky so far on this account, so I don't want that to end anytime soon. And let's go! We got the Herta in our first temple. Oh my god. Okay, account Operation Save Abandoned F2P account is now well and truly on. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a lot of meshing cogs. I am so glad we actually got her. This does mean we're now gonna have to build her, but oh, she was the first temple as well. Oh, in all of her witch hat glory. Oh my gosh, okay, it was worth grinding. I literally grinded every single endgame mode so that we could finally get her, and we won the 50-50 as well. Okay, that is huge. I think this account is slowly gonna make its way to being able to face 6-star. Maybe not quite yet, but pretty damn soon it should be able to. So, yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do, and then I will be right back. Okay, so here I am a little bit of time later. I am still very, very happy that we were able to get Herta. Now, real quick for some thoughts on Herta and the reasons why I pulled her. I mean, first of all, I just like Herta, and because I couldn't get her on my main account, I wanted to kind of get her on my second account. Third of all, I mean, it also just lets me get a new video out. But most importantly, like I said, I think she's a very, very free-to-play friendly unit, and she can actually be really good for this account in combination with some other units that we have. Now, if you're wondering what units we do have, because I mean, it might be a bit hard to keep track, after all the summoning videos. So yeah, we've got Firefly, a few, Gruanmei, Gallagher. This has been carrying our account big time. We do also have a Robin who we sometimes pair with Jingyuan or Dr. Ratio depending on the weaknesses. And as I kind of mentioned earlier, we did get a very lucky Akron pull. So yeah, we do need to build her up. Now when version 3 started, I had a level 1 Fugue and a level 1 Akron who I had to level up. They're not doing the best right now. Actually, I'm just going to go through all of my character builds real quick. So as you can see, Firefly, here she is on 147 break effect and 150 speed. You know, level 80 on the Fall of an Eon. Traces are actually doing decently well, but then Relics, yeah, I am so glad that as of version 3 they've introduced so much quality of life. That's why I decided to revisit the account, because I could go straight to M4 without having to finish Penacony, because I didn't even touch Penacony on that account. By the way, this is our work in progress Fugue. So yeah, we were able to start Amphorius and just about get to the first checkpoint. And also, like I said, they introduced a lot of quality of life, which is very useful. The most important bit of quality of life they introduced was the fact that we can now do any Cavern of Corrosion or Calyx without having to unlock it in the real world, as well as weekly bosses. So yeah, that was honestly so helpful when it comes to letting me level up characters on this account. Like before, most characters I couldn't level up just whenever their weekly bosses had like a trial. That's when I could do it to farm weekly boss materials, but now we can actually finally grind on this account without having to go through all of Penacony, which although I love Penacony, it's quite long, so I just didn't really want to do that for an account I'm not guaranteed to make content on. But now that I know we will be, then I can do this. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just slowly going through our character builds here. We were able to get the Robin Lightcon thanks to the Herta store. Traces, you know, still, like I said, most of these characters are works in progress, although our Robin's actually like fairly decent. I mean, there's work to be done, but she is doing all right for herself. We did also get Topaz on her first banner. I mean, is she incredible? No, but does she kind of get the job done? Sure. I don't really think she's going to be in many of our clears, if I'm being honest, unless we pick up like an incredibly lucky Fei Xiao. I think I'm just going to do like a Temple on Linksha, a Temple on Jade, and then when Fei Xiao comes out, I guess I'll do a Temple on her as well. Himiko has no relics right now. I put them on Mose. Also, I was doing Memory of Chaos. I will also show off some of our endgame clears in a second. Our Himiko is actually E1, S1. Jingyuan also stole his Lightcon, and I put it on Mini Herta because I am planning on building her now that we do have D Herta. But yeah, okay, here's our Ratio, who obviously we got for free, and he is on the Cruising and the Stellar Sea Lightcon. There is no way I am putting a signature Lightcon on this account. So yeah, it's gonna slowly come along. I do plan on farming more of the Pioneer set for both our Ratio and our Akron. Eventually, we did pick up on his rerun, which is very neat for us. He is on the trend Lycon because we don't have a Jiacho for our Akron, so he will be pretty damn handy. Tingyeon, I often play alongside Jingyuan because we don't have a Sunday on discount. You know, Robin Tingyeon, even though Sunday is a massive upgrade, you know, it gets the job done for like farming and stuff like that. That's what's most important. She's actually E6 here, and here is our Herta, who is slowly coming along. We did manage to finish all the boss drops. Unfortunately, I'm slacking on level up materials and credits because, like I said, I don't play on this account much, so there aren't many of those right now. Traces, we're gonna have to do weekly bosses, some Calyxes, some credit stuff. Yeah, and then here is the Akron we picked up. She's not doing the hottest right now, but hopefully soon she will be looking much better. Here's Blade, we actually picked up on our first rerun in 1.6. This was, I think, my first ever video to hit over 5k views. I think it's sitting at like 8 or 9k right now. Might actually be close to 10k slowly, although I might be getting a bit ahead of myself. But yeah, I kind of picked them up and didn't really use them that much. I mean, I did. This account only hit like Trailblaze level 70 like last month, like when we got Fugue. So yeah, we do have a Harmony MC. We are gonna have to get Remembrance MC. Unfortunately, he has locked a couple of hours into the story, so we can't do that right now. I mean, I only got Aventurine recently, and we were using Natasha as our second healer to Gallagher. Asta I used early on. Mose I was building up. I don't actually remember why, because I have a Topaz, so I don't know. Maybe I just forgot, or maybe I just wanted to do a double DPS ratio team. But yeah, anyway, we also have a Herta I want to level up. We did pick ourselves up a Bronya as well from the character selector, but yeah, we do have a Herta who would be nice to level up, and we also have a Saval. I'm going to prioritize Herta because she's going to be more useful in Pure Fiction, and then Saval, I mean, she's probably going to be maybe slightly better, but the problem is I don't have her E2, which gives her extra energy, which is part of the reason why she's so good with the big Herta. But yeah, that's how our characters are looking right now. So as you can see, we have a lot of work to do when it comes to endgame content right now. If I quickly go on my Trailblaze profile, we actually managed to 30-star MOC. I haven't tried MOC 11 yet, but Firefly is literally carrying us because Firefly has zero cycled everything. Because, I mean, Fugue is just literally insane for Firefly. You saw our builds for our Super 8 team. They're not incredible. But, like I said, Firefly is just absolutely carrying us. So we were actually able to get a lot of Stellar Jade from that. Apex Shadow, again, Firefly was carrying. I haven't tried difficulty 3 yet. I don't think we're going to get to it. And then Pure Fiction, I'm waiting on leveling up the Herta. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my reserve Trailblaze power. This was originally 2,400. It has now gone down to 777, but we're going to be using this to max out our traces and levels for the Herta, and then we're going to use our fuel because we have a lot of it. This was like 115 at some point. It has since gone down to 90. We're going to use this a lot for relics, but also to make up for any traces we might be missing. And then with whatever daily Trailblaze power, and that's going to be for Big Herta and Mini Herta. And then whatever Trailblaze power we get daily from, you know, just it naturally refreshing is going to go towards Saval. And then when it comes to what I'm farming, probably going to farm the Scholar set for our Herta as well as we're just probably going to put it on our Mini Herta because I don't feel like farming the follow-up set anymore, although I might revisit that later on. Obviously, I also need to unlock Remembrance MC. For plane enrollments, I'm probably going to farm Izumo for both Akron and the Herta. Although the problem is, if we look at our simulated universe, now obviously we're going to use Divergent universe for this, but if you want to know just how kind of abandoned this account was, if I go real quick to my simulated universe and see which worlds we have cleared, as you can see, we haven't even cleared World 6, so World 7 unlocked, World 8, 9 are all locked, which also means that our Mini Herta is only idle on 4, so yeah, like I said, a lot of work to get to on this account, but I think we're actually off to a promising start. When it comes to the main teams we're going to be using, if I just quickly hop over to Memory of Chaos, I think the plans are, I mean, one side we're obviously going to play our Firefly, and then for our second side we're probably going to play our Big Herta, alongside for the time being Robin. Hopefully this will change to Remembrance MC soon. And then for our second erudition, we're either going to go for Mini Herta or later on Saval whenever she fits better. And then obviously we're going to just use Aventurine as our sustainer. What we can also do is if there's a lot of Lightning Week, we could technically use Jingle, but I don't really want to do that without Sunday. Instead, what I'm planning on doing is playing a Akron alongside a Palo, who we're also going to have to level up. But we do have the event Lightcon, luckily, because I was still playing back in 1.1. It was like after I got Blade and Kafka on my account that I stopped playing, so on my main account that I stopped playing on this one because I had already gotten all the units I wanted, including Dill later on my main, which were all the early game units I wanted to pull for, so I basically had no need for this account other than the occasional bit of content. And then we're also going to play Fugue because our Fugue is on the Resolution Lightcon. And then if we play one of Aventurine or Gallagher, depending what our second side team is, because we could play either we could also play Firefly here and then change MC over to Harmony, because if we're not playing Herta, then he can be a Harmony MC, and then, you know, we can just fill this out with one of Gallagher or Aventurine, depending on what we're feeling like, and then buff them with Fugue so that we can get more Akron stacks, which kind of makes up for the lack of Jiacho. So yeah, those are kind of our 3 main endgame teams we're looking at. We could technically go for a Jingyuan, we could technically go for a Dr. Ratio as well, because we do technically have Dr. Ratio's full premium team, although all of them are E0 S0, which makes it not quite as good. So yeah, I'm gonna prioritize those 3 teams, and then maybe as a 4th team, I'm gonna prioritize Dr. Ratio. When it comes to future units I'm pulling, I literally have no idea whatsoever. Probably whoever I don't pull on my main account, I might try picking up on this account. But yeah, like I said, over the next couple of weeks and months, we're going to be trying to clear endgame content. If I manage to 36-star or 36/12-star any of the current contents, I'll probably upload that. Other than that, I think what I'm going to try to do is wait until all of these refresh. Obviously, I'm still going to be doing them on my main account, so those will be going up as usual. But I'm going to be Like I said, maybe like by the time the new Memory of Chaos comes out, maybe I would have been able to full star one of Epoch Shadow, Pure Fiction, or the brand new Memory of Chaos. Obviously, those are going to be quite lenient towards Herta. They're basically going to be made for her. So there is potential here. If you want to keep track of how this account's going, if there are any major updates, I'll hopefully put that in the community tab. Or you could just add this account real quick here if you are on EU servers. This was one of the first 500,000 accounts made, so yeah. Like I said, a lot of work to be done on this account. It doesn't even have 300 days played, whereas my main account has the same amount of days logged in as the game is old, because I've literally played every single day on that account since the game's release. So yeah, it's kind of nice to get a flavor of maybe what some free-to-plays are feeling if they didn't start the game, you know, if they only started the game recently. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be working on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.